Well, hello everyone. I got a good video here for you. We're doing some water testing. A good friend of mine invested $180 to do some testing of the water here in Mendoza, Argentina. And what he's done is, well, cheers. Let's not forget. And by the way, this is a phenomenal wine. If anybody wants to get it, San Giuseppe. Very, very delicious Melbeck. Anyway, we'll move on. Please, thumbs up and subscribe. To move on, a good friend of mine invested $180. He kind of curious about the wine testing here, or the water testing here. Um, and he did two types of sample, one from bottled water that we would order, and one from the tap that he filters through a local filtering system. And he did a sample one and a sample two. One sample was the physical particles, and the other sample is the microbe, what microbe particles that might be in the water. So two samples for each. The city water through the filtration was sample one, and sample two is the bottled water. And you're going to see these samples. I'll display them. I'll show the certificates. The certificates are in Spanish, but I got also an English translation on that for you. And it's all to my good friend. He's kind of shy with the cameras, and he just wanted me to post this. So it's his work. He did it. But I'm here to just help people out with the information. So no further ado, it's a short message on me, but you're going to see a whole lot with the water results. Cheers again. We'll see you soon. Always sunny here in Mendoza, Argentina. Bye now.
Okay, Neil, so tomorrow I'm going to take this sample water. This is the heavy metal and in this container, and this is this is for bacteria. And this is number one. I'm going to label this as number one, and then I'm going to, this is number two. Same thing with the Garrafones, and we compare them. Just FYI, this cost me $180 to run this test. It's $90 per test. I want to run both of them to compare them. I just have a feeling that there's something wrong with this water. It's a hunch. I have nothing to back it up, no data, but I will, because the ice that I make with this is cloudier than the ice that I've made with the filtered water. Anyway, I'm giving you this because if you have editing software, you can I'm going to start sending you pieces of stuff, and then you can kind of put it all together, and it'll be an interesting piece to put on your channel. Neil, I'm sending you this because I want to publish this video. You can use it for your website, your YouTube channel if you want, but it's really, I don't want my name mentioned or anything that, I'm not trying to be famous. No, I don't need it. But anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is because next week I will send you an important video that nobody else will have. And basically, I'm going to take this water, and I went this morning to get some vessels, and I paid to test the water. This is for microbes, and this is for heavy metals and all that. But anyway, and I'm going to test two. I found this filter at the house. I finally just found the replacement filter cartridge. So I'm going to test this water from out of this filter from the faucet against the Garrafones. And interesting to note already that when you make ice with the Garrafones water, it has like little flakes of white stuff in it. I'm thinking it's minerals or whatever. Anyway, I'm sending you this because I basically would like people to know in Mendoza what they're drinking, but I don't want credit for any of it. So you can take all the credit, and it'll be good for your channel maybe. Anyway, I figure you know more people than I do, and You know how I am. I'm kind of antisocial most of the time. So, but I think it's valuable information that people will want to have.
Okay, so I had trouble getting this to work with um, the documentations that I've received. So I'm going to video the documentation and just probably kind of read on um, what the translations of the uh, test that came back. Now, if you want to copy the test, just message me and send me your email, and I will reach out and send you copies if you want. Once again, here we go. So the appearance of both samples were odorless and colorless, which is good. Both samples had a very low turbidity, so it was clear water. Nitrate levels, both samples contained safe levels of nitrates. Ammonia, not detected in either sample. Residue chlorine was suggesting possible need for disinfection. Sorry for moving around here a bit, trying to do my best to hold that and scroll. General compliance. Most samples are declared fit for human consumption according to the Mendoza Argentina. So here we go. The key difference. pH level was higher in sample 1, which is the tap water. The dissolved sample was higher in mineral count. Hardness, sample 1 was harder. Once again, sample 1 is the tap water. Sample 2 was the bottled water. Conductivity, dissolved ions, higher conductivity in sample 1 suggests more dissolved ions. Sodium, sample 1 was higher. Chloride, sample 1 had more chloride, but both are within safe limits. Sulfates higher than sample 1, but still was within the 400 milligram range. Calcium, sample 1 was more. Iron, sample 1 was compliant, sample 1 exceeded. Bicarbonates, sample 2 has significantly more bicarbonate, which helps balance the pH. So in conclusions and recommendation, sample 1, higher mineral content, sulfates, sodiums, and chloride, making it harder and more conductive. Sample 2 was softer, has more balanced pH, lower iron content, making it chemically better for consumption. Iron in sample 1 exceeded the permissible level, which may cause metallic taste, and in staining and plumbing appliances. Lower pH in sample 1 makes it a little bit acidic, which might cause corrosion in pipes and slightly sour taste. Both samples have insufficient residual chlorine, meaning may require disinfection is recommended. Both choice of consumption, sample 2 is the better choice due to balanced pH, lower iron, and lower mineral content. That's now that was for the physical particle test. We're now going to move ahead on the second test. Okay, this is the microbiological test of the water samples. Right off the bat, the Mooster 1 filter system is not suitable for consumption, which was the filter system on the tap water. Bacteria count was 500, which exceeds the limits of 500. Coliform was acceptable. E. coli was in acceptable range. Pseudomonas, acceptable range. Conclusion, sample is not safe for consumption or washing due to excess count of aerobic mesophiliac bacteria disinfection. Chlorination is recommended for use. So now we'll go on to sample 2, which is the bottled water. Safe for consumption, bacteria count was absent. It was definitely below the 500. Coliform was acceptable. The E. coli was acceptable. The Pseudomonas was in acceptable range. Conclusion: the sample meets safety standards for drinking water as per the Argentine Food Code, CAA. The takeaway on this: bottled water is safe to drink, but its turbidity might indicate suspended particles or minor impurities. The filter water is unsafe due to high bacteria level. Cleaning or maintaining the filtration system is strongly recommended. If you rely on a filter system, consider a disinfection method. Now, mind you, the filter system that was put on the tap water was brand new. So it tells me I think the numbers would have been a lot higher if they didn't have any filtration system on it. Anyways, that's where we're at. So filter water is not safe for consumption. You should take steps to disinfect it before use. And then they talk about how to disinfect the system. They talk about chlorination, boiling, UV light purification, reverse osmosis for best long-term use, improving your filtration system. So there you have it. I apologize for the moving camera, but I had to scroll in one hand and hold the camera with the other. And that's the analysis. Once again, let me know if you're interested in copies, and I'll send them your way. Take care.